When a dog licks you, most people smile and think, that's love. But what if some of those licks have nothing to do with affection at all? Dogs don't lick randomly. Every lick carries information. Sometimes it's comfort, sometimes it's stress, sometimes it's a quiet question your dog is asking without words. And if you only see it as love, you may miss what your dog is actually trying to tell you. In this video, you'll learn what most owners never realize about why dogs lick. And before we begin, if understanding your dog matters to you, subscribe and stay with the channel. Behavior number 6 shows what your dog is really asking when they lick you. Let's begin with the first and most misunderstood reason. Number 1, licking is a language, not just a kiss. Most people think a dog licking them is always a sign of love, but that belief is actually incomplete. A lick is not just affection, it is a form of communication your dog uses every day. Dogs do not have words, so their bodies become their language. Licking is one of the clearest signals they have to send information. Sometimes it means closeness, but other times it means uncertainty or attention-seeking. Your dog may be checking your mood, your reaction, or your state of mind. The behavior often appears calm, but it is intentional. Once you see licking as a message instead of a habit, the meaning begins to shift. And that shift helps you notice what your dog is really trying to say before love even enters the picture. Number 2, what puppies learn from their mother's tongue. Have you ever wondered why licking feels so natural to dogs, even when no one teaches them to do it? The answer starts very early, long before a dog meets a human. As puppies, licking is how they survive. A mother dog licks to clean, stimulate breathing, and create safety. Through that contact, puppies learn that licking brings care and calm. This behavior becomes deeply connected to comfort and connection. When a dog licks you as an adult, the memory of that early bonding is still there. Your presence replaces the mother's role in their emotional world. So the lick carries old meaning into a new relationship. That is why it feels instinctive, not learned, and why it happens even without encouragement. Number 3, your dog is tasting. Your emotions. Once you understand this part, you will never look at a dog's lick the same way again. Dogs experience the world through scent and taste far more than sight. Human skin carries tiny chemical changes linked to stress, fear, and sadness. When your dog licks you, they are not just touching you, they are gathering information. They can sense when something inside you feels off, even if you say nothing. That is why licking often increases when you feel overwhelmed or quiet. To your dog, this is not guessing, it is data. The lick helps them understand what state you are in, and once they sense it, their behavior often shifts in response. Number 4, licking as a calming and grounding behavior. If you have ever felt calmer while your dog was licking your hand, that feeling is not imagined. Dogs often lick as a way to bring emotional balance back into a moment. When they sense tension in your body, their instinct is to reduce it, not ignore it. Licking releases soothing signals that help slow things down. It can lower their own stress while also trying to calm yours. This behavior is rooted in how dogs manage social harmony. To them, emotional discomfort feels like something that needs action. So instead of walking away, they stay close and lick. In their world, this is a quiet way of saying everything will be okay. And once you recognize that intention, the behavior feels less random and more supportive. Number 5, when licking is about anxiety, not affection. Not every lick comes from love, and that idea makes many people uncomfortable. Sometimes licking is a sign that your dog feels uneasy or unsure. In those moments, the behavior is more about self-comfort than affection. Dogs may lick when routines change, when they feel ignored, or when the environment feels unstable. The action helps them cope with inner tension. It is similar to how humans fidget when nervous. The lick does not mean your dog is unhappy with you. It means they are trying to regulate their emotions the only way they know how. Once you see licking through this lens, you stop taking it personally. And that awareness makes it easier to respond with patience instead of confusion. Number 6, why dogs lick to seek reassurance from you. Why does your dog often lick you most when things feel uncertain or different? In those moments, your dog is not trying to get attention, but reassurance. Dogs rely on their humans as emotional anchors. When something feels off, they look to you for signals of safety. Licking becomes a way to ask a silent question. Are we okay right now? Your response helps them decide how to feel next. A calm reaction tells them the world is still stable. Over time, this pattern strengthens the bond between you. The lick is not demanding, it is searching. And once you notice that, the behavior feels more like trust than habit. Number 7. Licking as a sign of trust and social bonding. A dog does not lick just anyone, and that detail matters more than most people realize. In the dog world, licking is a social signal reserved for safe relationships. It shows acceptance, trust, and a sense of belonging. When your dog licks you, they are placing you inside their inner circle. This behavior mirrors how dogs interact within a bonded group. It is a quiet acknowledgement that you are not a threat. The lick carries the message that closeness feels secure, not risky. Over time, repeated licking strengthens that emotional bond. It is not dramatic or loud, but it is deeply meaningful. And once you see it this way, the behavior feels less cute and more profound. Now you know that a dog's lick is not always about love. Sometimes it's communication. Sometimes it's reassurance. Sometimes it's your dog trying to feel safe in a moment you didn't even notice. The next time your dog licks you, pause for a second and ask yourself what they might be responding to. If you've noticed your dog licking more in certain situations, share your experience in the comments. It might help someone understand their dog a little better. Thank you for spending this time listening more closely to your dog.